Well, I think there's a lot of innovation going on in the home with respect to consumers bringing in new connected devices, whether they're cameras or door locks, and the potential for those devices to connect to each other and transform the way that they work. So maybe a connected door lock is connected to a smart thermostat, and the thermostat knows when somebody comes home and can automatically change the temperature. I think some of those use cases, particularly in the house, are really interesting. Well, I know that 5G is really a priority in Asia, and I think as that technology rolls out, we'll see new things like autonomous vehicles really become propped up and that become a more and more of a service that consumers are using. I think it unlocks the potential for smart cities and the smart grid for cities to operate more efficiently. And so I think those are some of the key use cases for IoT, particularly in Asia, and a lot of that is being colored by the anticipation for 5G. One challenge that I see is the fragmentation of platforms. And one thing that I think will drive adoption is some more interoperability between systems, between platforms. And that's a challenge everywhere, but I'm sure that that is something that occurs in Asia as well. I think investing in startups, I think, is a great place to start. Also, investing in infrastructure. As I've mentioned, 5G is a hotly anticipated technology, and I think as governments can help stand up the rollout of that technology, that will help develop IoT and smart cities and all of this connectivity that we expect to see. So one thing that I think is important here is that there's some responsibility on industry to make sure that security is at the forefront, that data is kept private, and my usage of devices is secure. And I think that that's an area where industry can lead on. As you said, the technology moves faster than the legislation can follow in many cases. And so to me, that's one of the best cases scenarios is if industry can lead, and because they're the experts on this technology. I think that's how everything should proceed. I think two of the major trends that we are expecting to see at CES Asia: autonomous vehicles, part of the vehicle tech trend, but that's a hotly anticipated trend that consumers are waiting for, something that I think has huge implications for everyday life, for living in large populated cities. And so that will be one of the biggest stories at CES Asia. The other piece of it is 5G, and whether it's the rollout of 5G, new 5G-enabled devices, products like autonomous vehicles which are connected through 5G, I think those will be some of the major storylines at CES Asia.